Hey everybody, welcome back to Nostalgia Rewind. I even think I said it right that time and I'm still whatever. Anyways, I'm Chris.
And I'm West.
And today we're watching The Goonies.
Goonies.
Woo woo woo.
Oh man, blast from the past.
Yeah boy. And of course, spoilers ahead. The Goonies.
The Goonies.
Came out in 1985, starring Sean Astin, Josh Brolin, Jeff Cohen, Corey Feldman, Cary Green, Martha Plimpton,
etc., etc.
That's like everybody else. I'm like, I don't know. You didn't do anything afterwards. I'm just kidding. They probably did, and I'm just terrible with not knowing people. But that's all the kids, right? Nope, just kidding. And Jonathan K. Kwan. Those are all the children in the movie. The main characters. Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah.
So you've never seen The Goonies.
So yeah, so through my perspective, this is really like the first time me watching this movie. I barely know what it's even about. I just know it's about a ragtag group of kids going on an adventure. That's about as much that I know right now. Like I can't tell you any sort of things that happen in The Goonies.
Let me read that synopsis for you. You can see how close you are. A group of young misfits who call themselves the Goonies discover an ancient map and set out on a quest to find a legendary pirate's long-lost treasure. So, I mean, you got the gist of it.
Kids on an adventure.
Yeah. I guess you just didn't know the pirate part. But yeah. Treasure. Pirates. That's what we're doing here.
So, didn't grow up with this. Didn't watch this as a kid or anything.
Totally missed out. But I don't want to sit here and keep doing that because I don't want to hype it. Maybe you're not going to like this. Maybe this is not... Maybe just everybody's ruined this with all their Goonies
I don't think
Never
they
Say
ruined
Die
it.
t-shirts and whatnot.
But I definitely think it's like something that you're supposed to experience at a certain age, and then once you experience it afterwards, it's not like the same.
You're not a kid, so I don't think watching it as an adult is gonna have the same effects. I think you'll still enjoy it. It's still a fun movie.
I'm sure.
But yeah, I grew up watching this. It was one of my mom's favorite movies, so I think that's why I watched it a lot growing up. I honestly have not seen it since being a kid though, so I'm super curious to see just how it holds up as an adult, because I still have the nostalgia for it.
Yes, of course,
but
everyone does.
But yeah, maybe this movie is not as good as
I'm sure it's gonna hold up regardless. It's one of these this one's such a classic. I hear
from everyone
that it just seems like it's not gonna be an F movie.
That's true. That's true. Very, very true. Yeah, so I think it's still gonna be fun. I think you're going to enjoy it. I'm sure you're not gonna love it as much as I did, again, because you're watching it now for the first time. But I do think you'll still have a good time. Plus, all the actors playing the kids, so I think since you've seen them as adults now in different things, it'd be fun
just to be like, hey, look, he's younger.
Yeah, Samwise Gamgee, Frodo's best friend, him as a kid, Josh Brolin as a kid.
Oh, that one's funny.
Teenager.
He probably still has like the jawline and everything. Still looks like Josh Brolin, I assume.
Yeah.
Just skinnier, like how Captain America looks before he becomes Captain America.
That's a good example. And then of course the mom from Raising Hope, the mom.
That's fun. Very good show, Raising Hope.
Highly recommend. That's for another day though.
It's wholesome, sincere.
It's so wholesome.
But yeah, okay.
So yeah, maybe it'll be interesting for you to see these actors as children. But yeah, can't really think of any other. I don't want to say much of anything.
Yeah.
So I don't want to ruin it for you.
All right, so let's just watch it.
All right.
Here we go.
So we're back. We just finished The Goonies, and what did you think?
I liked it. It was I think I've always have seen The Goonies on so many shows that I've watched that kind of emulate or pay homage to The Goonies because it's such a classic. So it reminds me of the Hey Arnold episode when they go on the island. I thought I had more examples. But definitely it's a staple of influence of artists and people that I enjoyed. So I liked it. It was fun. It's the formula. It's like the original recipe. So that's why it's good. It's like the original recipe for that type of movie. So that's why we have Stranger Things, we have It, and we're calling back to this. And it was good. I feel like you can make some interesting arguments about, what is it? The metaphorical messages in the movie.
Such as
greed and money. And it doesn't matter how ugly you are, because you all deserve love. I don't know what I'm saying. I thought. And what do you think now compared to how?
I still enjoyed it. It's a wholesome adventure, kids movie. It's still fun.
Still fun. Yeah. I mean, it is fun.
Yeah, it definitely I think holds up pretty well. Like, if we had kids, I'd be like, yeah, watch the Goonies, and I think they'd like it, and I also wouldn't be worried about anything in the movie being terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it was good. Yeah, like I said, it's just a wholesome, fun adventure movie. Everything comes out great in the end, even though they saw some crazy ass shit. Like,
yeah, like, and they're all cool with it. Like, so one of them, like, every step of the way was one of the most traumatizing things that could probably happen to a kid. So being held hostage by, you know, assailants, criminals, and then getting a knife put in your face, thinking that one of the criminals, the assailants, are going to put your hand in a blender for your hands to be blended off.
Yeah, exactly. Even if they never went into
super deep layers.
Yeah, even if they never actually went and searched for the treasure, when they first meet the criminals and they're holding them there, like, it's real traumatizing. Like, that's when they grab one of them, and she threatens to cut off his tongue, and she makes a joke about, you know, do you all like tongue or whatever, do you eat tongue?
Yeah, just that alone.
If that was the only thing that happened in this movie that was, like, potentially traumatizing, or 100% is traumatizing, let's be real. Yeah, that would have been enough. Just the beginning of the movie was terrifying enough for them. Or even just Josh Brolin's character on the bike when the other guy held his hand there and forced him to, like, keep pedaling super fast, and then lets him go over the cliff. He could have died. Yeah.
There's a lot of murder that possibly happens.
A lot of potential murder.
Like, but like, murder you can't just explain off. So, like, for the ones where what was it, the jocks, they see the kids down the well?
Yeah.
So they see the kids down the well, and then, you know, he's gonna try and help them by bringing down the bucket. But then the kids decide to stay down there for some reason. And
kids have no fear.
No fear. I know, but they were like, that must be hungry. Anyway, and then, you know, they don't come up. And then when you leave and those kids die, right? Like, it's like, who's the last time you saw them? It's like, well, I saw them down a well. It's like, and what? It's like, yeah, like a couple days ago. It's like, you know, you're responsible for like 5 children's deaths. Like, you just, like, telling the cops, like...
This is only assuming, though, that they never went and told anybody. Who knows? Maybe they did go and tell their parents.
Yeah.
Or the cops. I don't know. The kid was there in the end with his dad, because his dad was the one that I guess was foreclosing on their house. Mm-hmm. So even his dad was the evil one too. So I guess maybe he went and told somebody.
Yeah.
But if he didn't, because he was just like, oh, whatever. This is the second potential murder that he was a part of. After letting Josh Brolin go over the cliff, and then...
Yeah. Like, even if he died there, it would be like, so what was the last time you saw him? It's like, well, the last time I saw him was I held his hand on a bike, sped up to at least 50 miles an hour, and then let him go.
Forced him over a cliff.
So, he went over the cliff going 50 miles an hour. I'm sure he was fine. What do you mean he's dead?
Right? It's insane. Just ridiculous. But what else? Oh, Sean Astin's character is supposed to have asthma. Mm-hmm. It's a big deal. And yet, the deeper they go into this cave with, you know, all the dust and cobwebs and less air, he, like, rarely ever uses his inhaler.
He used it, like, 3 times.
Yeah. And then even in the end, when the inhaler runs out, and he, like, I don't know if I guess he's faking it, but he sounds like he needs it, like he's breathing heavily, and then he was like, oh, whatever, and then just tosses it behind him.
I don't need my medication.
Is he really asthmatic, or did his mom lie to him?
Yeah.
To, like, keep control over him.
Wow.
Right?
Sounds like something that would happen in It.
The gazebos.
the gazebos. Exactly.
Yeah, so was he really asthmatic?
Yeah. Here's another point. So let's say you just stumble upon, I don't know, 40 pounds of gold, coins, diamonds. Like, where do you go to sell that? Like, I'm sure that there are professional, like, jewelers that'll buy them, but you're mostly going to go into a pawn shop. And how would they get value in it? Because then people would have to wear them. I guess they'll make jewelry out of them. But just so you know, like, I think if you do more than a pound, if you're moving more than a pound of gold in the United States, I should look this up before I say it.
Yeah, your phone is right there. Also, while you're looking that up, when they finally get to the ship at the inside the cave or whatever, that water was so blue.
Yeah, it was like a bath bomb.
Yeah, like it was mini golf water. It was so, except they did like a wide shot where nobody was in it when the cave started to fall apart, and that water was like green. So it was only when the kids were in it and it was close up was it dyed super blue.
So blue, yeah.
Like, I don't know, maybe those parts where they're them swimming in the water, obviously, yeah, those parts would have to be on a set, and then I guess they just used whatever else for the shots without the kids in it. So they set that water up probably. Jeez. So they dyed it. But it was just ridiculously blue. Like, yeah, like you said, looked like a bath bomb.
A bath bomb. But they also slid down in like a Wet n Wild style type of
really
slide.
nicely set up slide, yeah.
The water at the end that they land in is like luckily deep enough to not have spiky rocks.
Right. Also, didn't they all come out of different holes?
They did.
On one slide?
They did. Let me just tell you, the pirates who made this, they like to have fun. They like slides. They took the time to carve out the skull. They took the time to make the slides, and it looked like it was made out of like animal skin. They took the time to everything in this. Like,
yeah, that's some real dedication to hide your treasure.
Yeah, but then live.
Also,
live
what
like
did you
sloths.
plan on doing with this treasure after you died? Like, why do you want to hide it that badly?
Maybe this is just an allegory on capitalism.
Did you find out how?
No, I can't find anything. So I thought you could only sell a certain amount of gold before you have to like account for it. I don't know.
Like start to pay taxes on it?
No, like you have to say where you got the gold from.
Oh,
like, you
okay.
can't just
you can't
sell.
just be like, all right, I got gold.
You can't just sell. From what I remember, there was like a law where you can't sell like let's say it was 10 pounds. Like you sell 10 pounds and like where the fuck did you get 10 pounds of gold?
That's fair.
Like you have to explain with this because there's a certain amount of gold here. But I can't find any law on that.
Well, if any of you know of this law that Wes has made up, or maybe it is real and he just can't find anything, let us know because we're not finding anything. What else? Oh, so after when the cave, starts to fall apart, I understand. Yeah, they tried to take One Eye Willie's gold. Everything started to collapse itself. Cool, whatever. It would have destroyed the boat, but you see the boat at the end, or the ship. Excuse me, it's not a boat.
It's a dinghy. No, yes, it's a ship, a pirate ship.
Yeah, and they'll see the ship. First of all, who's steering it? That's not even possible. And then second of all, it would have been crushed. It would have sank to the bottom of that little cave.
Well, think about it this way. I think that boat, that ship, that pirate ship, is one of the wishes from the well when they were throwing the coins in. Yeah.
That's what it was.
It's like bad luck to... So she said that it's bad, like... Did she say it was bad luck, or did we saying that it was bad luck?
I said it was bad luck to take somebody else's wishes.
So there's a concern about taking the coins that are used to make wishes in wells, right? So by her logic, it's like kind of maybe like bad luck, or it's like something wrong with stealing somebody's wishes.
It feels wrong.
What does the mall do? Like, are they... See, that's like a perfect, I guess, metaphor for, once again, capitalism. Like... Just these stores taking the wishes of their customers. Like, not only do they want your money, they want your wish money too.
Dreams.
They want your dreams.
Your hopes and dreams.
Because that's what happens. They don't just leave that. Nobody's like, just throw this money away. No, they're like, deposit this shit.
That's at fountains and malls and stuff. But this well went into that cave, so any wishes thrown in there, nobody was taken.
That's true.
So those had hope of being brought to life. I don't know, whatever. Also, Corey Feldman's Spanish. That kid's 13, 14 in this movie? I don't know, something like that. And yeah, his Spanish was on point. Terrible how he talked to the woman.
Yeah.
And was so mean to her.
See, when you know 2 languages, you can bully on so many more levels. You can bully people from different cultures of around the world.
That poor woman thought that she was going to be locked up in a closet with cockroaches. Because that's what he said. But yeah, like, I want to know who taught him Spanish. Do they have language classes in middle schools? Because I thought it was just high school.
And he was a smart kid.
He was a smart kid.
Trickster. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So this movie is also interesting, and it feels like a kid's movie, and it brings like the childhood wonder because of pirate ships and stuff. Yes. But I think what was very interesting is how many, how do you pronounce this? Rube Goldberg machines? Like the domino effect machine.
How many of those were there?
So that must be something so joyous for kids to, like, I remember me even looking up a compilation for the best Rube Goldberg. Hold on, we gotta figure out. Rube, R-U-B-E, Goldberg.
Rube Goldberg machine.
Rube Goldberg machine. Okay, so there's so many Rube Goldberg machines, and that's what adds a little bit more to the childhood wonder, because I think as kids, I really liked it. My friends really liked it. Like, domino effect, and you set it up down to, like, opening the fence door, all the booby traps that were in the pirate ship, like...
I mean, yeah, what kid doesn't like...
Yeah, like, even one of them had it where the rope, like, a scythe comes out and it starts sawing a rope. Like, that machine also is set up to have a time limit, like 3 seconds. It just doesn't, like, chop down and use a guillotine. But what's also interesting to think about is, like, when you watch this Rube Goldberg machine...
Which one?
Any of them.
Okay.
When you watch any of those, there's a bunch of cuts. So you know that it's not a real one.
Yeah, like...
So it kind of feels like a fight scene where, like, they cut away from, like, when they hit them because they want to hide that they're not hitting each other.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. There's something there. I think it's interesting.
That's what bothers the adults watching this movie.
They're like, just show the one shot, just the one take on a Rube Goldberg
If you were a kid watching this,
mid-movie.
you wouldn't be thinking about this. You would have been like, yeah, that's so cool. But here you are breaking down this wonder, this amazingly cool...
That's true.
Set up, and you're just like, no, they didn't actually set it up.
I know, it's terrible.
You're ruining it. It's like wanting to learn magic tricks.
All right, we'll take a step back. So the Rube Goldberg machines are great. I liked it. That's what adds to the childhood wonder.
Yes.
Were there any in Stranger Things? Were there any in It?
No, but...
That's what they're missing. They're missing some ingredients.
All children's movies need. Children adventure movies. What else was there? I really liked all of Data's inventions, even though, like, let's be honest, like, half of them, all of them would not work. And how much extra weight is this kid carrying on him? Like, they don't look heavy, but when you think about how many different inventions he has on him...
Like, the boxing glove is, like, metal. It's like a metal spring.
Yeah, it's all on, like, a metal belt piece that
he's
he
carrying
wears.
at least a liter of oil in his shoes.
Yeah, like, and then his
oil slicks.
His bully blinders, the lights, and what else was it? Oh, the teeth. I forgot what they call them. The teeth apparel, the grip apparel.
The grip apparel. Yo, that shit grips rocks, but like.
But it's just chattering teeth. It's just plastic chattering teeth.
Yeah, that holds the weight of a maybe 90-pound boy.
Yeah.
80.
What?
He's a great inventor.
And I thought it was super adorable that his dad was also an inventor and had his camera on him. But it's still screwed up too because they're all amateur inventors. But then Data's like, oh, but you can't hug a photograph. And the dad's like, you're my best invention. And
oh, you're my best invention.
Heartstrings. It was so sweet.
What an inventor. He's like, I invented you. Alright. Oh, here's the metaphor. So the kids, right when they went down the well for the first time, before they were dying, right? They were dying. It's like a metaphor for like them being in a coma. And then when they were about to see the light, the well, they decided to stay in the coma, right? They then eventually die. When they make it to the pirate place, they're dead. And then time goes by, their parents die, and their parents join them in the afterlife where ships sail and everything's whimsical.
Why do you have to make the Goonies so sad?
It is sad. Okay, never mind.
Just a bunch of kids dying and in comas?
Man, I guess that's like such an easy like trope to be like, it was all a dream.
Yeah.
Alright, taking that back. Goonies was real good, guys. We should do some trivia now.
Okay, yeah.
Goonie trivia.
Oh boy, there's so much trivia. According to Sean Astin, he was allowed to keep the treasure map used in the film. Several years later, his mother, Patty Duke, who is also an actress, I don't think you do that.
Strong name, Patty Duke.
Right? Discovered it, thought it was just a crinkled piece of paper, and threw it in the trash.
Your memories.
That's so...
I mean, that's how convincing it is. That's some Hollywood convincing prop, where she's like, oh, this just looks like...
This is garbage.
Garbage. Wait. Maybe that's bad.
I mean, it was supposed to be a map from 1630 something. I don't know. It was supposed to be an old ass map. So yeah, I guess good on art department, prop master. I don't know. Whoever makes these things.
All right.
Let's see. When rocks were falling from the cave ceiling, Jonathan Key. Do we ever figure out how to spell or pronounce his name? Kwan. Jonathan Kwan screams, "Holy shit!" He said he spelled the explicit. Wait, what? Expletive?
Expletive. The word that is bad.
I thought that would be explicit.
That's describing the type of word it is. And expletive is the noun of what it is.
The more you know, guys. Because his mother made him promise not to use any bad language in the movie. Okay, so he yells holy S-H-I-T. He spells it out.
Aw, cute.
Right. I didn't hear that in the movie,
right.
But whatever. When the Fratelli brothers argued, Anne Ramsey really slapped Robert Davi. She was told to hit him as hard as she could. Damn. Different time.
Right? It looked real.
It was. Real. The pirate ship was entirely real. All the shots were filmed in the ship. After the film, it was offered to anyone who would take it. No one wanted it, so the ship was scrapped. Why would anybody want the ship? It was pretty big.
Oh man, I can't imagine.
Where am I going to store this?
I can't imagine, like, who wants the ship? And they're like, I'll take it. It's like, well, you need a truck. You need somewhere to store it. At least 50 by 50 foot a warehouse. I'm like, oh no,
This is why people are always like...
Can we get it smaller in a bottle?
This is why people are always like, don't ever buy a boat. Because they're just money pits.
Yeah.
So why the f*** would I want a ship? That's like 10 times money pit. The cast was not allowed to see the pirate ship before the scene was shot, as director Richard Donner wanted to catch their genuine reactions as the size and scope of it. When they did see it, Josh Brolin was so surprised that he exclaimed, "Holy shit," the scene had to be reshot.
Wow. Acting.
I guess it was too many curse words.
So many curse words.
He ruined the shot.
It's like, I need this shot. I need you to not see it. I mean, I guess that's pretty good. Get the genuine reactions.
Yeah, but then if you can't use the scene, their genuine reactions because he yelled "holy shit," then that's not their genuine reactions when we finally see the one being filmed. Goddamn
kids cursing. Right. But it's charming.
Kids pretending to be adults. June 7th was officially declared Goonies Day by the mayor of Astoria, where the movie was filmed, during the 25th anniversary celebration in 2010. So June 7th, y'all.
Nice. Goonies Day.
It is Goonies Day. Mostly shot in sequence. Total production took 5 months. That's long for a movie.
Yeah. I mean, most movies are 3 months. 3 full months. But wow, 5 months is a long time. I guess it's different when you have to film with a lot of children. Minors.
That's true.
They all need tutors and shit, I assume.
Oh, yeah. And you can only
oh my god, so many tutors. I guess they could just buy one tutor who teaches them all like a teacher. I don't know.
Yeah. And since it was shot in sequence, would that make a difference as far as
if you're flip-flopping from locations, it would be shitty, but I mean, maybe it's not too bad. They didn't seem like they
I mean, most of it seemed like, as far as like being shot in sequence, like the beginning's in the house, then the restaurant where they first meet them, and then the rest is in the caves and stuff.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem like you'd be, but I don't know. Production designer J. Michael Riva said in a national public radio interview that before shooting the first scenes with the prop map, he thought that it looked good but not old enough. So in his hotel room, he aged it with coffee, and when he couldn't find paint, his own blood.
Whoa, he bled for his art. He used his own blood, his own coffee. Actors aren't the only drama queens. Well, not drama queens, but like do it for their art. Because, you know, you can definitely get some red paint, right? Like, you don't have to, like, make yourself bleed. You didn't have paint. I just feel like...
He couldn't find any.
I couldn't find any paint, so I slit a little bit of the back of my hand. And
right.
Bleeding.
Gross. Robert Davi, who is a trained opera singer, came up with the idea where he sings to Sloth from Giacomo Puccini's opera. I probably butchered that name. Madama Butterfly. So this motherfucker was like, I like to sing opera, so I'm gonna throw this in there.
That's such like an actor thing to do. It's like, I can do a split. Do you think we can put? you think we can put the split in the movie?
Right.
What if my character does a split?
I think he needs to. It's just whatever. It's
I sing opera. Do you guys know I sing opera? I'm really good.
I liked it though. I think it worked. But yes, it's definitely It's just like, this is just something I like to do.
Ad-libbing.
One-Eyed Willie's ship, the Inferno, was 105 feet long and took 2.5 months to construct. It was modeled after Errol Finn's ship in the Seahawk, 1940. The sails required more than 7,000 square feet of material. The largest measured 30 feet by 60 feet. Some of the ship's rigging was recycled for the Pirates of the Caribbean ship at Disneyland, which was being renovated at the time. That's insane. And then they offered this to people? It was 105 feet long? Who did they think was going to take that? Where did I put that?
Oh my god.
It's ridiculous to think that anybody would want that.
Hold on, let me see what 100... I was hoping there was like a list of things that are 100 feet long.
Oh, like football fields and whatnot.
Anyway, yeah, 100 feet long is huge.
Yeah.
Like, space is expensive, especially for periods of time, and you have to haul it. You basically have to have a truck, or else you're renting the truck. Then you're putting someone like a lot of dedication into this. Get a tow truck, do it all proper. Anyway, next one.
Alright, John Matazuska? I don't know. The guy that played Sloth.
Yes.
His makeup took 5 hours to complete. One of the eyes, which was out of place on the face, was mechanically operated off-screen by a remote control. Someone would count down, and he would blink his other eye in synchronization. That sounds really annoying. And the cast was told not to get him wet in scenes outside of the pirate ship. Unfortunately, he got wet, delaying filming for an entire day. That's insane. Right. A whole day. Imagine if they got him wet, like, just more than the one time.
Sensitive prop.
Yeah.
Prosthetic.
Yeah, that's crazy. Cyndi Lauper co-wrote the theme song Goonies Are Good Enough and shot a music video that featured a cameo by Steven Spielberg. The 12-minute video basically tells the movie's story as a musical. Cyndi Lauper plays Cindy, a new Goonie recruit. The Bangles play pirates, and Andre the Giant plays Sloth. I want to go watch his music video.
Let's check it out.
The Goonies oath that was cut out goes as follows. I will never betray my Goondock friends. We will stick together until the whole world ends. Through heaven and hell and nuclear war, good pals like us will stick like tar. In the city or the country or the forest or the boonies, I'm proudly declared a fellow Goonie. That's cute. Whatever.
Whatever.
Glad they cut that out of the movie. One-Eyed Willie's skull was made from real bone. Gross.
Oh shit! Because it's real. Right. It's art.
Hardcore, baby. Jeff Cohen thought of his mother dying to generate tears during his confession scene with the Fratellis. This child, what? That's insane. You're a kid. Insane. You shouldn't be thinking like that.
As a kid, you're like, I can control my emotions at will. Yeah, I can see how like it could be traumatizing as a child actor.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, 100%. Let's see. The bats were made of crumbled black pieces of crepe paper that were shot out of an air cannon. I think the bats, honestly, are one of my favorite things in the movie. Because they're so adorable. You can tell that they're not real. You can tell that they're just like on strings,
right?
Being
Even
held
the material,
in front of them.
It doesn't look alive.
But it's charming. It doesn't look like super bad fake. It just looks like, oh, that's cute. You all try it. And I appreciate your attempt.
Like a school play or something, like, oh, look at that.
I guess.
They painted those things that look like bats.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see that. It's like, that's what gives it that wholesome feel, you know?
Yeah. See, it just, yeah, it adds to the movie. Jeff Cohen got the chicken pox after he got the role of Chunk, but he showed up to set anyway, afraid that they would have replaced him otherwise. His mom let him go on the set.
His mom's like, you gotta make this money for the family. Go act your heart out. We'll give you oatmeal baths, and you can eat them afterwards.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like, I guess it could borderline, like, you should not have your kid do that. It's like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Also, if there was anybody there that hadn't gotten chickenpox, then there's a huge possibility of them getting the chickenpox.
Right.
Like,
maybe they made sure. Let's assume the best.
I don't think they made sure. If this mom is willing to bring her kid out while he has chickenpox to a movie set, then I don't think she's worried about everybody else.
That's true.
She's not even worried about her own kid. The last name of the brothers who are chasing the Goonies is Fratelli, and Fratelli means brothers in Italian. Their last name is Brothers. That's cute. This was Josh Brolin's big screen debut.
As a sympathetic big brother.
He did great. The name Rube G can be seen painted on the contraption that opens the yard gate for Chunk near the beginning of the movie. This is in reference to Rube Goldberg,
I'm sure everybody who's already watched the Goonies is like, yeah, Wesley, the Rube Goldberg machines, yes, you know.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, yeah, I'm sophisticated. The Rube Goldberg, I know how to pronounce it.
Oh, but this is, it is such a perfect thing to have in the movie because this is how they describe him. So he was a prize-winning cartoonist who drew whimsical machines that achieved simple results in difficult ways. So, yeah, this movie being a whimsical movie and describing those machines as whimsical, you know, they go hand in hand now.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm probably just describing exactly what people have been describing for years.
Oh, Corey Haim auditioned for the role of Mouth, who Corey Feldman played for. And at this point in time, neither of them had ever met. But then they were later cast in The Lost Boys together.
Nice.
And yeah, they became like the best of friends.
We gotta watch
until he died.
that.
What? What did I just say?
Lost
The Lost
Boys.
Boys? Always down to watch Lost
Jack
Boys.
Bauer.
I love Kiefer Sutherland. Let's see. More than 900,000 gallons of water was used in the movie.
Oh, it's all that blue water.
That's a lot of water. All that mini golf water. Bum, bum, bum. So there's no uncut version of the film that you could like buy, but whenever the movie airs on TV, it includes 2 clips or 2 sequences that were cut. I don't think I've ever watched it on TV, so I don't know what these scenes are.
So like the first time that TV gets a little bit more, because usually it's like TV takes away.
It was the same thing when we watched Con Air. They talked about in one of the trivia things also, when it's on TV, it has an extra scene.
It's so funny.
They say shit or bullshit 19 times.
Damn.
Not counting the line when he spells it out.
As kids, you're like, I like this movie because they curse and it's real. It describes me as a 10-year-old. I say shit. I know about it.
That's fun. The oil that's supposed to be shooting out of Data's shoes, his slick shoes invention, was made of glycerin, water, and food coloring.
Nice. Safe for all the children.
So much trivia. Oh, in the final scene, the gray-haired sheriff was the director.
Oh, okay.
That's cute. The Chester Copperpot skeleton was plastic.
Phew.
He was not as cool as One-Eye Willie. I guess that's it. I mean, there's a ton more, but they're so long, and I'm tired.
So I like the Goonies. I think it holds up for its age. It's the original recipe to a lot of things that I ended up liking that was influenced by the Goonies. So in a way, I've always seen the Goonies.
And you've always liked the Goonies.
And I've always liked it. Then for you?
Yeah, it still holds up. If it was something that you grew up with, haven't watched it in a while, I think you'll still enjoy it. If it's a movie that you've never seen before, I think you'll still have a fun time watching it. It's a movie that I think anybody can enjoy. If you don't like it, then I don't know, you don't like Good Times?
And that's on you.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good. I recommend.
Still. I give it 3 A's out of 5 stars.
That makes sense.
It's good. It's recommended.
Yes.
Recommend. We'll put it on the recommend list.
Or the hold up list. I don't know.
The hold up.
Rating these.
It's stamped as our approval. KWP here.
Stamp of approval.
Stamp of approval.
Ding.
Ding 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 ding.
Stamps don't ding. I don't know what that was. Anyway, so yeah, that was the Goonies. We approve. Thanks for listening. If you have any suggestions, let us know. Any other type of, I don't know, whatever. Hit us up.
Hit us up on the just hit us up on the webs.
Yeah. 2.0. The interweb. And we'll see you all next time. Bye.
Peace. So it's like, no, you hang up first.
Well, you hang up first.
All right.